Well, I mean, the existing trucks are 2002 and 1998, so they.
But they don't get the work that they're getting now because
I'm just wondering, they've lasted a long
our
time.
workload is increasing daily in this community.
Why is the 2002 not out?
The 2002 is not eligible due to the fact of some paperwork that was not available. We recently met with them at another grant workshop, and they're asking us to take to dig in some of the mechanic records that we have and write some extensive letters and then resubmit it, then it should be eligible.
Is it, which one of the three was, if you had to keep one, which one's the better?
I'm keeping every one I got because around here sanitation's probably.
No, I mean, if you had to say tomorrow, I'm gonna get rid of two, I can keep one, which one, if you had a choice? Would you keep the Volvo or the 2005 or the? You're gonna get two new ones, so you're obviously gonna keep one.
Well, to be eligible for the grant, I have to give up the Volvo and the, the Freightliner. They're international.
But if the
They have to
paper,
be destroyed.
They have to be.
Yeah,
but I think his point is, if there wasn't a glitch with the paperwork and we were getting money on all three, we're not, I know we're not right now, but if that were, would you still keep the ch02, or would you keep one of the other ones?
I don't have a love preference for it.
About
But my mechanic loves the Volvo because it starts and goes when nothing else does. That thing is made of steel. I mean, solid
We
steel.
bought that right after we came on the council.
And when we did our
Is that old? Is that old?
when we did our
I think you had your third person.
Well, I know the 98's off the table, I'm just really between the 2005 and 2000.
That's the Volvo, that's what they like.
Well, I know that, but that's the one they would give, that's the one they give the most money for.
And that's what we're looking at also, is that if the Freightliner in the future becomes available, it should bring almost to 185,000 too. And with that being said, for the public, when we applied for the grant, the 1998 Volvo was eligible for a grant for $185,061, and the 2005 International was eligible for a grant reimbursement of $105,919, and the 2008 Sweeper was eligible for a grant of $67,168. Now, the reason why the difference is the grant is set up based on emission reductions in years, also the vehicle, also the class. The two garbage trucks are a Class 8 vehicle, and the Sweeper is a Class 7.
But the older they are, the more they want them off the roads.
In this particular
And
part,
this is Volkswagen, is this paid for because of diesel general
yes, sir.
penalties?
We got two trucks in the back we got off the grant, similar to this a few years ago.
So, well, let's, the big ad, so the hydraulic stuff is new. Marvin says he can pay for that through other ways. But what are the rear loaders that were added? I mean, that's
The rear loader
they're
is
like
actually,
90,000 each. So what
that's
are
the back of the garbage truck. Where it says crane carrier truck, that's just the cabin.
Okay, so really it's not a complete truck without the rear. So when I
Yes.
told the mayor what it cost, you have to add the 400 plus.
Yes, sir. It's about 285.
So it's 572 less 300.
Yeah, I apologize for that, man.
Yeah, okay. I thought this was some sort of supplemental additional equipment. But you have to have it for the truck to work.
Yes, sir.
And the other thing is the Vermeer 800-gallon trailer that's out of the water. Now, we don't have that budget. That's why that was being plugged in here too.
Why wasn't that put in the budget time,
Yeah, it'll come out of water fund.
which was 2 months ago? We need to budget, why we didn't
No, that's a
start 2 months
legitimate-
after budget.
That's a legitimate question, except that I think there was talk of this grant even back then. as I
Not
recall.
all the grants, but I'm talking about the other truck, the tank and all
But
that.
now it makes more sense when Marvin says he didn't want to pay for it all outright. It's not 117, it's
289.
289. That's
289.
what the cash out would be.
And I did include this in the budget, when I did it. It's included I thought we were gonna get 80%, that's what we were talking about. We didn't get
The hydraulics you were talking about.
The hydraulic was plugged in as going through.
What
government capital
percentage?
plan.
About what percentage was it, Marvin? You know,
What?
that we got?
The garbage truck,
Yeah, what, you said you thought you could 80%,
we got 44.
yeah.
That is if you include all three of them together, the garbage trucks are about 66, or 60-something percent.
Okay, but the two they're paying on, is it more up at 66?
Yes, they're more higher because they qualify for more. It's that sweeper, only brought 67,000 and it's a $241,000 vehicle.
Over the 10-year, what was the interest bill, that 3.5% for 10 years on this dollar?
On the 10-year payment you talking about?
Yeah.
At, $60,268 is the annual payment for 10 years, so.
No, that can't be right.
That's the actual
Well,
payment.
no, okay, yeah, it is. It can't be right, sorry. What you net the grant out of it.
Mayor, to answer your question about the workshop, the Vermeer trailer and the hydraulic tools were in this budget, but it was under a 5-year projection, and we put the first year's payment in the projection.
Yeah.
So that's,
I remember.
But
that's what we did talk about at the workshop.
I'm curious on the amount of interest on this.
Just a second, I can do that,
Yeah.
maybe. So, as stated here, to buy this outright, it's $532, right?
Yes, sir.
577. So you said $60,280 over 10 years is $602,800. So that difference, so $70,000 in interest over a 10-year period, if you did 10 years. So 70 divided by 10.
Seven.
So that's 7,000 a year for 10. Yeah, I don't like 10 years.
Well, that's why I put in 7.
7, 5 and 7. Something like that.
Why can't we get that out of general fund?
The reserves of,
It'll drop below the 120 days requirement.
Then what about half of it? I just hate to see us throw tax dollars, interest away, and that's what we're doing.
well, I mean, the rate's what, 3.1%?
If you want to do that, if you want to do the 7 year, it's 3.29. If you want to drop back to 5, it's 3.15.
One of the things about the equipment, all the equipment should last more than 7 years. All the equipment.
Well, I don't doubt that. But interest is
Always
the
there.
thing that is money that we're just throwing away.
So Marvin, on this schedule, the stuff you said you could pay for out of your normal budget, is it just just the 16,740?
Yes, sir.
Yep,
That's the only thing?
that's the only thing.
We can pay for it this year, this year's budget.
So I see no reason to not go ahead and take that out of the equation, right?
Okay.
So that drops to 873,725 minus 358, 148, brings it down to 515, 837. That's the outright. So using option 2 for the 7-year or the 5-year, what was that, Marvin?
Taking out the sweeper too?
No, leaving it in at this point. Did you have that or not?
I don't have that one
Okay.
calculated.
So when you did it, so then let's just pull the sweeper out, too, I guess.
All right, if you pull the sweeper out, then under 7 years, you're looking at 52,161.35.
So is our sweeper working now, or is it
It's working, sir, but it will work. It's just like your garbage trucks. It's high maintenance, and we allocate $10,000 in the stormwater budget, and then if that does not cover it, we also allocate another $5,000, I believe, in street maintenance budget just for annual maintenance.
15,000 keep